why did this opportunity not exist before? Why am I talking about it now? If it was already known, people would have gone there and done it, right? Why am I saying this didn't exist earlier? India is now becoming a viable alternative to China. Look at what happened lockdown onwards, March 2020 onwards. This opportunity is bigger now than it was ever before, because India is becoming a viable alternative for China for the global level supply chains. In a post corona world, all the companies are considering that let's have one other alternative than China, and let's choose a country which has a big domestic market, right? So amongst various competitors, India is a promising place. Government of India has been very supportive with various production linked incentives, make in India, Atmanirbhar Bharat, all of these ideas, they are being encouraging towards manufacturing. Foreign companies are interested in setting up manufacturing bases in India. They want to invest in new projects. Who's going to be in charge of the people who work there? If they're doing manufacturing, they're going to set up factories, right? And they need somebody to run, a manager, a HR head to run those factories, right? These will be large scale projects. Why will they be large scale projects? They're going to be meeting Indian demand. India is a huge economy, right? It's in the top 3, top 5 economies of the world from the perspective of consumer demand. So there'll be large scale projects to meet Indian demand and export demand. Manufacturing is labor intensive. It is going to require strong HR management skills. And in manufacturing, HR management, strategic IR, what does that require? You've got to deal with trade unions. You've got to do your settlements, collective bargaining, industrial disputes. Now this is going to happen more. Now there is no option for us to avoid this. In fact, we've got to dive right in, because this is going to happen a lot more, and it's creating opportunities for our success as HR managers. Indian startups also are now expanding fast with increase in venture capital, private equity, and technology innovation. I'll tell you how, okay? By the way, India is the third largest country in terms of unicorns. You know what a unicorn is? A company with $1 billion valuation. India is behind US and China, but ahead of UK and Germany. That's a big thing, huh? There were 12 unicorns, 12 companies of $1 billion valuation in 2020 alone. And in 2021, this is going to cross 50. Okay, as per a NASSCOM survey. Okay, now that's a big number. 50 this year only, and it's going to continue growing for some time. Unicorns have a huge employee strength. That's the next step. Okay, Flipkart has around 50,000 employees. Unacademy has 3,500 plus. Oyo had 10,000. After laying off a lot of people, it still has 2,500 plus employees. Big numbers, right? Who's going to manage everything around this, whether it is payment, benefits, compensation, disputes, contracts, stock options, disciplinary proceedings, performance, so many things, right? Razorpay, you know about Razorpay, unicorn, very, very famous payment gateway, universally used almost. Like at LawSikho also we use Razorpay's payment gateway for collection of fees. They have 1,300 people, of which 550 were hired last year. So imagine what will happen in a company where 500 new people are hired in a 700 people company in 1 year. Okay. What kind of people issues will they face? Okay. And who will they hire to deal with these people issues? Yeah. Such massive employee sizes and lightning speed expansion requires the company to urgently hire HR managers. And you understand, HR managers cannot operate without policies, processes, disciplinary proceedings, contracts, appointment letters, compliance, payroll, all of that, right? And guess what? If you thought that, lockdown has ruined everything, the large IT companies such as TCS, Wipro, Infosys, they had downsized earlier. Okay. They had downsized to a big margin, laid off thousands of people, and now they are rehiring to meet increased demand. And all of these companies have this business model that if they get more projects, they keep some excess capacity. They have about 15% extra workforce, idle workforce, so that if there is a new project coming in, I can quickly deploy people. Okay. Now what happened? Suddenly demand increased, and these companies were having all their workforce being fully occupied. So they started doing what? They started hiring way more people. In October 2020, the companies together, these three companies hired 14,300 employees. Okay. If there is hiring, there is going to be HR and management. This is the link for the story. You can look at it later. Okay. But it's a track.in story. It is a very credible website. So, remote work and hybrid workplaces are the new normal since 2020. Do you all agree? There are surveys which say that which is the best place to start a startup in the world. And as of 2019, it said California. Okay. San Francisco, California. And then there were other cities that came up. Now, just above California, Silicon Valley, just above Silicon Valley, it is remote. Okay, it's the most popular and mainstream way to start a startup. It is being suggested that it is as effective to start, which means you can start a remote startup as effectively with equal chances of success or failure as it would be if you started up in Silicon Valley. And that's a big deal. Okay, and what is happening now that you have the opportunity to take remote work and do remote work as an HR?